Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo January 25, 2023. Energies are on the somewhat serious side in spots again today, which can work for or against you, or a bit of both. A Mercury-Saturn minor challenge points to possible negative thinking or communicating, as you might deal with misunderstandings or delays. Ideally, it leads to an opportunity to improve and edit, but if it's out of your control, try focusing on those things you can make right or take a break from overthinking before returning to problem areas. There's a lot of positive in your life. Uranus has just turned direct after nearly 5 months of retrograde motion, and in the weeks ahead, you're renewing your motivation to put your spiritual beliefs into action. Your general faith in life and the universe increases. It's easier to make meaningful changes with this shift. You're more courageous about learning and sharing from this date onward. This change of direction also gives extra punch to your work, health, and routines. New moon, new you. This occurs every single lunar cycle. This is a part of the perfect symmetry and pattern of the universe, as we are constantly pivoting and being redirected. This is how we know that we are never truly stagnant, because new moons always present new opportunities and situations for us to face. The new moon in Aquarius has arrived, bringing you the chance to drum up ideas of how you'd like to build your life in the 6 months and years to come. We tend only to get one full moon in each zodiac sign per year, so they're extra special to pay attention to. What do you need in your professional commitments? You might become more attuned to your arrangements, obligations, and partnerships as the moon enters your opposite sign today. Usually, you like to be detail-oriented and precise with your professional matters to avoid any issues. However, the mystical moon will help you be a bit more emotionally and intuitively sensitive to your professional commitments. Although this is a change of pace from your usual protocol, it can be just what you need to view your working relationships and arrangements in a different light. When the moon returns to your financial sector in 2 days, the focus will shift to your financial situation and money matters, and to the growing support when it comes to financial growth and expansion. Until then, as the moon wraps up its first visit to your work sector for the year, the first new moon and the only visit while Venus, the planet of money, is here, the focus is on the income side of the financial fence, where there is a lot of confidence and insight. Your deepest emotional needs can come to the forefront with today's position of the planets. Your desire to have things balanced in your life might become upset by such emotional force, and it's important that you don't blame yourself when you feel out of whack. There are times when it's more important to feel your feelings than to have it all under control. You can make a point of eating healthy meals this week as a way of counteracting the upset you may feel. Even if this is a workday for you, make some plans to do something fun and social after hours. This day is at hand, and its purpose is to make sure you get enough laughter and fun in your life. Whether you spend the time with friends or take the family out, the point is to do something you all enjoy. This kind of break can revitalize your spirit like nothing else, so see what you can get going. Just as the moon not only leaves your work sector but wraps up the first new moon of 2023, Uranus is spending his first full day in direct motion in your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery. With Mercury also spending his first full week in direct motion in a playful and creative part of your chart, this has given the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence a boost, just as this new professional year is experiencing the same. The moon might be moving on, but it leaves behind planets that are even more determined to make things happen. Just 3 days before Venus, the planet of love, is due to join dreamy Neptune in your relationship sector, the moon returns for its first visit for the year. It was during the moon's last visit of 2022 that Jupiter left, with the moon coming full circle to find Neptune on his own, but with Venus just days away from beginning the next chapter. Our eyes in the sky. The Aquarius moon in the early daylight hours gives us the energy to think about what the future holds. For the first time in a while, you're making plans and strategizing about the best way to catapult your profession, self, and everything in between to a higher level. The moon moves into Pisces later in the day, giving us the opportunity to take a step back, relax, heal, and dream about our visions coming to fruition. Use the Pisces moon as an imaginative and creative inspiration to get the ball rolling. Our week begins on an optimistic note as the Sun in Aquarius sextiles Jupiter in Aries on Tuesday. This aspect can produce some serious windfalls as what we've been working towards suddenly becomes easy. This is a great day to start new projects, expand your circle, and take a risk. Then, lovely Venus unfreezes our hearts when it moves into starry-eyed Pisces on Thursday. The next 4 weeks can be a very romantic time as we enjoy seeing relationships through rose-colored glasses. However, don't forget to look before you leap into any major relationship. End the week on a social note when the Sun trines Mars in Gemini on Sunday. This is not the day to stay home. The vibe encourages us all to mix things up, especially since we get a ton of fresh ideas when Mercury in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus that same day. Try something new. Give the gift of good communication. When you are feeling pent up inside, count to 10 before you try to put your thoughts to words. Today's aspect may cause you to be inexact and the most critical things need to be communicated. Your emotions may be hard to control. Get rid of excess energy by working out at the gym, if possible, or going on a long walk. You will be thankful for it at the end of the day. The celestial configuration encourages you not to focus entirely on what is happening on the surface of your relationships, or to continue to exist in a state where you can accept certain things about your love interest, but not others. You would be wise to look at the deeper reasons why you became involved in the first place, and where it seems to be heading. A little analysis brings fascinating insights. In the pre-dawn hours, the Aquarius moon aligns with Saturn. Under this aspect, our emotional needs come second to obligations to work or family affairs. This limits our ability to connect with others on a feeling level. Although self-discipline and restraint are required, we won't feel like we are making too grand a sacrifice. Objectivity allows us to keep a cool head in the face of crises. Put your head down and take care of business. The sooner you complete what's on your plate, the sooner you can get back to enjoying yourself. This is a time when you are cordially invited to sit down and analyze your relationships from as many different perspectives as you can manage. The celestial configuration is helping you to see clearly just where you are holding yourself back by your insistence upon relating to others in certain set ways. These are limiting your growth and keeping you locked behind certain defense mechanisms. It is now time to begin removing them. Following this, the moon aligns with Venus, brightening the mood considerably. At this time, we remember who we are working for. We understand that owning our duties helps those within our families or communities. Although we may be preoccupied with our workload, we enjoy knowing that our service supports a good cause. The moon enters a void of course following this aspect's perfection, lasting until after sunup.